Hello, and may the 4th be with you. Here we are from Hollywood Studios. My name is Waal Karken. My character from the Halcyon, which I got my whole fit check on. It is blazing hot here in Hollywood Studios. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to be walking around and doing a lot of how does May the 4th work in terms of merch, but then also how do we learn more about the places that we know and love with a little bit of history. So we're going to learn more about Batuu and the rest of the area. We're rocking the gimbal tonight, so we're going to be nice, smooth as butter. What's cool about Star Tours to me is that it is made to be a movie set. It's not made to be a land like Batuu is. Hence why they've never connected the two. And it's also the reason why the AT-AT, so I go by AT-AT, not AT-AT. Hey, Victoria. Hey, Ellie. How's everybody doing? What's up, Brian? Brian, good to see you earlier, brother. On the way out, man, just ran right into you. And so Star Tours was meant to look like a movie set. That's why the AT-AT or AT-AT is not completely filled. Now, you know what? I might as well take you into the first place that I can actually take you into, which has a Spirit jersey. We kind of randomly found this today. We weren't expecting it, but there is a Spirit jersey over here in Tatooine Traders, which is the gift shop exit for May the 4th. We got here super early. We heard that the parking lot opened at 5:30 a.m. It actually opened at 6:30 a.m. The actual park time opens at 7 for early entry. So we were able to actually get in, parked, and they didn't let us into the parks through the tap style until 7:20 this morning. And then there was a virtual queue at 8 a.m. My suggestion is run to Doc Ondar's, get in that line if you want any of the limited items that they had today. Let me flip this around. That way you guys can see the front. And we didn't really have a plan of what to get in terms of items. Hey, what's happening? Do you want to say hi?
Hello, everyone.
Little Rad Tea Party action.
How are you guys?
We're good. Would you just ride Star Tours?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Sequels again. I was the Rebel Spy, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a big night. Big night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Good
awesome.
day.
Yeah.
How are you guys?
Good. We're just starting up. I'm going to show them Spirit jersey and some of the merch and talk a little bit about how the day went.
They have magic bands.
Wow, so they moved them. This just in. Breaking news, Magic Band showing up here. That's good because then I can show them off. Did they open up the other thing, the backlog area?
I got in around 5 o'clock and everything was picked over.
So there was nothing left?
There was, but like limited. Very limited.
Okay.
So.
All right. Did you find anything you wanted?
Yeah, pins.
Oh, yeah, the pins are great. I got all of them except for the big one. The big one they were selling for $39.99 on Shop Disney. It was $54.99 here in the parks. But you could use your discount, so, win-win. All right, we're going to move on.
Bye.
See ya.
Have a good night.
You too. Take care. All righty, Roosters. So this is the exit shop for Tatooine Traders. Hey, no worries. So May the 4th is a holiday that we celebrate if you're a Star Wars fan, and also here on Batuu, they call it Blackspire Day. So the first things that we found were these bucket hats, which are actually a little bit on the more expensive side, $39.99. But this is the coolest, and I got one of these. It's my second Spirit jersey ever, the Rebel Leader Spirit jersey. It has the Rebel icon below with those palms on it. Absolutely gorgeous. But on the back, this is the real showpiece. It says, "May the Force be with us." And I just love the color. It's on here. It looks a little bit more teal, but it's got a little bit more of a greenish tone to it. But it's really, really cool, really pretty. They said they have M bands in here, so let's see if I can find an M band. Oh, they're back behind the register. So the Magic Band, you know what? I'm just gonna show you mine because it'll be easier. So I purchased this one in the shop, which had a virtual queue this morning, just like Ratatouille, and I was able to purchase this for $34.99. May the 4th be with you. Everything was about bounty hunters, so it has Boba Fett, Dengar. I think that's Loam 4. I always forget. And then we have Bosk, IG88. What's up, dude?
Sliding in for Lam.
Forlom. Sorry. Thank you.
And he runs, he starts a ruckus with Zuckuss. One of my favorite bounty hunters, dude. I'm sorry. I'm nerding out. I heard it.
No,
and I was like,
please.
It was like the equivalent. Yeah, well, it was like the equivalent of me sliding in, like on TikTok. I was like,
yeah, do it, dude.
it's for Lam.
So, well, I'm for you, but you're for Lam.
I'm
which
for
is
Lam.
cool.
May the fourth be with you, man.
No, dude, I need a little more. Give me a little taste of Forlom. Give me a little bit more about your favorite bounty hunter.
Okay,
please.
so
Because I'm going to walk and show you where the store is.
Yeah, so Forlom is a modified protocol droid that would assist Zuckuss, and the two were an inseparable pair. You can see them. Their first appearance in canon is in Empire Strikes Back, when all of the bounty hunters are being assembled in the galaxy. And along with IG-88, he was one of these assassin droids or repurposed droids that were used to deal death throughout the galaxy. So
I thought it was interesting that they gave him very bug-like features, even though he was a droid.
Yeah. So the head has obviously been removed from the protocol droid and it's been altered. So it's modified. So he and Zuckuss look like the perfect pair. But I always just loved how bad, he was. That I thought he was like the coolest dude ever. You can catch a lot of his stuff. There's the Bounty Hunters novelizations that are now considered legends. It's not canon anymore. Since they've separated all of the novels, stuff that has come since is all now canon, but the older stuff they've turned into legends. But there's a lot of cool legends still out there of Forlom and Zuckuss starting a ruckus around the galaxy, man. Love it.
There you go. Yeah. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. We're doing a little Rad Tea Party. You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Tiffany. I'm from West Virginia.
Tiffany, awesome. Here, Kirk, nice to meet you.
Every day, so.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, you look amazing. I'm loving this Ahsoka. Wow. I love that. And that lounge fly is incredible. And I love the dual clips. That's a pro move. It's a very pro move.
Nice
Yeah. No way. What are you doing? Are you doing the lightsaber meetup later? Okay, I'll be over there. Sweet.
I'll see you soon.
All right, sounds good. It's really nice. Yeah, may the force be with us all. All right.
And also with you.
And also with it seems a little too religious. I always thought the Jedi were a bunch of religious zealots anyway. So
hokey religions. Wait, what's
the line? I don't. You know what? I wonder if I can actually just get in here. I think I can walk in. It's going to be picked over probably, but I think I can get us in here. So there was an 8 a.m. just like you would do any other virtual queue for Remy's Ratatouille when that was a thing. For Cosmic Rewind moving forward, it'll be like that. Let me find out real quick if we have access to this. Do we need to be in a virtual queue anymore, or we could just walk in? Okay. Sweet. Thank you. Oh, this is actually working out perfectly.
You can just virtually walk right in.
I'm going to really walk right in.
Virtually. There's virtually no wait anymore.
You guys can virtually walk in. I will really walk in. So this is the old Muppets store, which is actually kind of funny. It was called Company Stage 1. Hi, how are you? Oh, dude, it's really cool. They have the Wishables too over here. I love this shirt. I'll kind of show you the things that I bought and everything. Awesome. Dude, so it has Blackspire Day on it, but the cool part to me is on the back. On the back is every single logo from Batuu. So,
Ryan,
Droid
did
Depot.
You see that shirt? I feel like
you
we
got
didn't see
Bubba
that.
Wampa, Cantina. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's Savvy's, but I've never been there before. Toydarian Toy Shop, Ronto Roasters, and then Doc Ondars. But it's this olive color. It's really, really sharp.
Listen, man, with that Toydarian, I'm a Toydarian. My tricks don't work on me.
Yeah, have you seen my new kids' cubes?
Blue, the boy. Red, his mother. You tricked me.
Can we talk about that for a second? Can we geek out for 1 second? The reason why that worked out so well with rolling the chance cubes to see if it was the boy or his mother is because the dice were loaded or the chance cubes were loaded. So no matter what, Watto thought that he was going to win because his dice were loaded. It was always going to land on the color that he wanted. But Qui-Gon Jinn used the Force, which changed the chance cubes option, and as a result, it gave away both their hands. One, that Watto cheated, and two, that Qui-Gon is Force sensitive. And you can see Watto in that very subtly go like, "Oh, I've been got," but he can't admit it, because if he admits it, then you'll know that he cheated. And they do bring it up about the Hutts when he does lose the bet. And I love this mug too.
I absolutely love the deleted scene from that movie. Have you ever like seen it where Watto does the musical number?
No. Oh my gosh.
Great. He's like, "Luck be a lady tonight.
Okay.
Luck be a lady tonight."
Dude, what you sound like Pepe doing Watto.
I know.
You do. So everybody was very, very excited for the Wishables to come out. Hang on real quick. Pardon me. Sorry about that. Thank you. Hi, how are you? Do you mind if I just skirt around the corner? So I was going for a Hondo earlier today, and fortunately, the Force was with me, and I did pull a Hondo. My friends pulled a Millennium Falcon and a Porg, and then you also have Hondo Anaka's droid, the R5P8, which you see in the front of that queue. And I don't know if there's a chase, and I haven't seen anybody pull one. Do you know if there's a chase for this?
I don't know yet.
We're just waiting for people.
Today, so.
Everybody squeeze it and open them. See what we can find. It's awesome. I luckily got a Hondo. So
you know what I love most about Wishables as a merch item?
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
You don't have to spend a Hondo to really enjoy them. They're very affordable.
No, but they did go up in price, dude. They're now $14.99. They used to be $9.99, dude. Those were the days.
Hey, Robbie wants to know, was Chewie out today? And I know the answer to that, but I'm going to throw it to you as your moderator.
Old man Chewie was there. Same with Rey. We did not see Vi Marati. I did see some stormtroopers, but I did not see Kylo Ren, but that just could have been a timing thing. So, and there was no other specialty meet and greet. So really kind of May the 4th was all about food and merch. There was a lot of exclusive food that you could get here, both in Batuu and then a couple of places around. They have, we'll see them when we walk out of here. I'll show you where the churros are, Lightsaber Churros, which used to be a Disneyland exclusive. They have these really cool, these like clamshell opening pins. So it'll have a logo. In this case, it's Oga's, and then there is DJ Rex. And then they're going through a little bit more of the merch now. But you got IG-88 and Boba. You have, do they have the other one? There was a Grogu one. Oh, here's a Grogu one.
Not to be confused with Taika Waititi's IG-11. I am a nurse droid.
Mm-hmm. Correct. This is old school Empire style assassin droids. Droid Depot and Ronto Roaster. So here is Droid Depots, which we heard a rumor that there was going to be new Scoundrel chips available and Resistance chips. Not exactly. So you have a R2 Astromech and then another one that opens up. And this is for Ronto Roasters. And boom, bam, you have an 8D8. Just roasting. This is actually not a Ronto. That's a Nuna or a swamp turkey. You can find them in the Battle of Naboo running away from the Separatist army tanks as they crest over that that hill. And then they're running low on the M bands.
Also the animal that crop dusts Jar Jar Binks in the movie.
Also true. How rude.
How rude.
So this one was a limited edition, but ended up having 3,600. So that's why we still have them here. In years past, this M bands would go because they would have like 540. Wow, all the t-shirts are pretty much picked over. Wishables are still here. They have plenty of those. These are all youth shirts, which I actually think are quite nice with all of the bounty hunters on it. And then they've run out of all of the adult shirts. They do still have the hats. So there is still some stuff here, which is pretty cool. Now you guys want to see the lightsabers. Here's the exclusive lightsabers of the day, which is kind of coincidental because I ended up buying this lightsaber, but I bought it when Darth Maul owned it. This is the Darth Maul Shadow Collective, but it's not Darth Maul's. This lightsaber was shared by one Asajj Ventress, and this is a Ventress version that has a gold kyber crystal. And then they have the Cal Kestis still. And then this is Luminara's, which I actually think it looks a lot like Maul's, but nicer.
Yeah.
And,
the Luminara Unduli,
yep.
that would be my joint right there.
Yeah, I like the way that it activates. Yeah, I was just walking out. Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Do. Oh, dead end, man. I don't know how I get around this. It's like a gazebo here. All right, here you go. All right, we're going to, it's kind of cool being in there too, just because that shop has been closed forever. And I wish I would have known that I didn't have to get here at 7 o'clock and like go crazy, but they do have some things that are unique to Doc Ondar's that are different from what we have here. But let's get on planet and let's start talking some more history of Batuu and Galaxy's Edge. I brought with me the Galaxy's Edge comic book chronicles, so I can use some visuals as we're walking around. I also want to take a moment to stop and show you my very first lightsaber that I purchased at Darth Maul Shadow Collective, as well as Asajj Ventress. I have a ridiculously long, it's 36-inch blade, which is the largest one. They ran out of 31s. They're only keeping them for Savis. That's really a good blade length. This thing is massive.
Dude, it's ridiculous. I bought one of the larger blades by accident, and I'll never do it again. When you like want to do anything, it's ridiculous. Like you can't even play fight with it because it bends. So no way. Yeah, I'll never buy 30 long.
31's where it's at. I went 36 because they I have Savis coming up in 2 weeks. So I was like, they give you a 31, so I might as well have something different, you know? But I think 31 is the right number. If you're going to do double blade, which I saw, it was crazy, dude. A guy had a Cal Kestis, which if you guys don't know, the Cal Kestis blade, also that Shadow Collective blade, also the Darth Maul blade, they all can connect together. So the hilt is about 1.5 feet long. So two of them together, then add 36 inches to each side. This guy had a massive, what do you call it?
He had a massive
lightsaber. Yeah, it was ridiculous. So there's the Lightsaber Churros, which they basically just put a little lightsaber kind of like cardboard holder, but they're super cute. They break your teeth though. Like, I had both of them, but I felt yours are not as sugared as mine. I got the ones over at Anaheim and they were pretty sugared up.
That's because it's California.
True. We're here in Florida, so. Okay. All right. Onward and upward. So you'll notice that a lot more people now are in costume.
Yes.
Tons. Oh, phrasing. Yeah, I know. That was a bad one. There's a lot of bad ones that I've had today, Lana. So just grin and bear it. And don't talk about it, Lana.
Lana, size matters not.
Thank you, Yoda. It's very true. Extremely true. We did get to go on Rise today. We did get to go on Smuggies today. And for Smuggies, we had two of our own pilots, and we only had about, I think it was 76% damage, which in all things smugglers run, that's not too shabby. I've never seen anybody go really higher than that. Usually because I'm riding single rider, and we just get bashed around. You know, like you really got to go with a group that knows what they're doing. So, welcome to Waal Karken's home planet of Batuu, which, by the way, this is fun. I saw these tracks last night. I was the last person out of Hollywood Studios last night. I had a 9:45 at Oga's. The park closes at 9. So at 9:45 p.m., I have an Oga's reservation, and I left at 10:35. I got an escort out of the parks, not a negative one. It's just, they go, yeah, you're just the last person here. So imagine walking out of Batuu with no one. It was wild. Very, very wild. But down here, for any of our Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, anybody who likes tracking, these are tracks of a Lothcat. Not traditionally found outside of Lothal, but they've been domesticated here. You can actually buy them at the creature stall. Not only Tuca cats, which are more popular because they are more domesticated, but also our beloved Lothcats. Ahsoka's saber looks great. I heard on Shop Disney at 10 a.m., which is when the Ahsoka Tano special edition in the box went on sale, 70,000 people in the queue, and they sold out in less than 2 minutes.
So we don't have the special edition, Michelle, but this was my birthday treat. To myself was the Ahsoka Tano lightsaber.
Yep.
That's them right there.
They're beautiful, man. And I love that they, the fact that they come with two, the fact that I think the metal is really well done on it in terms of the craftsmanship.
Yes.
But so here we are. We're not in Blackspire Outpost. That's going to be around the bend. We're actually over at the ancient temple is what most Batuans call it, because there was a lot of ancient ruins inside of here. Now, why is this significant? Well, the one and only Princess Leia sends a rebel spy or resistance spy by Maradi to come here and find resistance sympathizers out here in the Outer Rim so that they could have kind of a place that people would forget, but had a spaceport, had a little bit of a local community, and then they could acquire more and more people and then have a spaceport of their own. And Vi Maradi finds this temple because Oga Gara, the owner of the cantina, asks her to get an ancient relic and find it. And there's some little bit of First Order trouble. And that's kind of how this resistance base gets started, is from an order from Leia Organa herself. All right, A-Wing. Hey, yo. So you'll notice there are black spires everywhere. The other thing that it's a little hard to see, but you'll find these gold spots or gold lichen all over the spires. And it's actually called gold dust here. Oga Gara runs the gold dust harvesting as well as sale of it. It's used predominantly in cooking as a garnish as well as a spice. So mainly in cooking, but very, very expensive. Now we're heading into Blackspire Outpost, which is very neutral. This area is very neutral, particularly around Docking Bay 7. Now, when you get into Docking Bay 9, forget about it. It's a whole nother world. A lot of First Order sympathizer and loyalists. It's called Blackspire because of these petrified wood structures above that are the Black Spires littering this area. They actually have 4 different unique photo passes tonight. So everybody's doing crazy, crazy lightsaber meetups and doing photos, which is cool. There's one with a probe droid, which looks fun, but massive lines because tonight at 8:30 is a huge, huge lightsaber meetup. So great question, Michael. It is considered canon. So everything that we see now is actual reality in the Star Wars universe, what kind of a film franchise, storyline franchise will change in accordance to a theme park experience? And the Halcyon is considered canon as well. So over here, you can learn how to play Sabacc. They also have Ithorian monkey lizards, if you're into that. Like one like Salacious Crumb, which was Jabba the Hutt's little pet. And then I forget the name of Hondo's, but Hondo Anaka had a Ithorian monkey lizard, or not Ithorian, a Kowakian monkey lizard as his pet as well. And then this is a Tuca cat. These are big old porgs. And then they do sell my favorite game in the galaxy, Sabacc, right there. What's up, Mike? What you got? I feel like you got something. What do you got, a soundboard in there?
Why, you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
So this is
scruffy-looking.
I like how that's what bothers him. So the Dianoga t-shirt is amazing, but it's only for kids. It's super tiny, but it's awesome. And you can find one of these Dianogas in that water fountain if you're patient enough and press the button over there, which is amazing. Yeah, tons of people from TikTok coming over. Thank you so much, Pocket Fam, newly coming over to the Rad Tea Party. Super appreciate it. We're having a wild time. We just left Oga's before over here. The fuzzy tauntauns were a-flowing. Speaking of fuzzy tauntauns.
Just a quick reminder, if it's your first time hanging out with us, having tea with us here on the Rad Tea Party, make sure you're smashing that subscribe button, clicking the bell to get notified. And, of course, in the chat, feel free for Star Wars Day to say, hello there.
Okay, I like that one. That one makes me very happy. No Kenobi merch. No Kenobi merch. Who would have thought?
Kenobi.
I swore. I'm actually going to show you guys also where Magic Band Plus is going to have an interactive game, a bounty hunter game. But speaking of fuzzy tauntauns, bob it. These guys are a little bit more expensive because they have electronics in them, $44.99, and then the Loath Cats are $49.99. And then they have a ton of porgs. They also have, if you like Rancors or Loath Cats, and you want to add to the bottom of your lightsaber a pommel, you can do that as well. Coincidentally, Rancors, if you have been watching the Book of Boba Fett, they pair with their master, and they're very, very kind and docile, except for those that kind of get in their way of their owner. So I never really thought of that until you see the taming of one and the riding of one in the Book of Boba Fett.
Hey,
and then
Kirk, where was that tauntaun again? Pull up that tauntaun.
Let me get it. Oh, here. He's got it. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
So if you have a good chemist, they'll make that exact joke when you get a fuzzy tauntaun. They'll say, just wait until you get to the inside. Here we go. Little Loath kitty. Little Loath kitters. I love that it has little porg as its little plushie. Okie dokies.
Brandon wants to know, are you live streaming after this? Of course, Brandon. We're going to finish up here on TikTok tonight. Beignets on Star Wars Day, Kirk?
Yeah, crazy enough, we're going to still do beignets because we're completionists and we believe in tradition. So, yes, we will. All right, we're outside of Ronto Roasters, owned by Bakar. I've talked about this before on live, so I'm not going to go too in-depth. I want to show you new things that we can uncover and tell you more stories that are canon. But Bakar, huge fan of pod racing. So those are those Nunas again. This is a pod racing flag, pod racing flag, pod racing flag. He was from Tatooine. Huge fan of the Batuu plastic.
Robbie, I will be back on Friday as we have the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind preview on Sunday.
Now, you're going to be going live a little bit, right? Or something?
Yeah.
Cool.
Not too much. I don't. It's going to
You want to live your life.
Well, no, it's going to be a family vacation, and so
it's family. Family's going. Oh, yeah. Great! I didn't realize the whole fam was going. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was unexpected. So I'm going to try to be present in the moment, and I'll definitely go live a little bit on Sunday. This week's episode of the podcast is going to be us talking about the ride in a spoiler-free fashion, kind of giving people a feel of how family-friendly it is, what they can expect, so forth and so on. We're going to talk about the little mini trip report.
Dude, look at this guy's backpack setup. But where he's standing, this is the symbol of the bounty hunters. So Magic Band Plus is going to have a immersive game that will go along. So this is Magic Band really 2.0, which had a different, bigger surface area, different RFID tech than the originals. And the new ones, the Magic Band Pluses, which got accidentally released over at World of Disney for almost 30 seconds, and then they got pulled immediately. But they're going to have haptics, so think shaking. They're going to have LEDs, so think multicolored lights. And they'll have the ability to interact with games like this. So I don't know how you'll pick up bounties, but they are working on this area, which will hopefully be an awesome M-Band experience, which I did get a little bit of news a week and a half. a week and a half, an M-band plus maybe coming out. It's unconfirmed, but that is what the rumor is spreading right now.
So we
Look
just
how beautiful
talked
it is.
Yeah, we just talked about this on Chip & Co.'s News and Review. I'm doing some work over there on Chip & Co., and I help them with their News and Review podcast on a weekly basis. The Magic Band Plus dropped a little bit early. There's no functionality to it yet. You can't even connect it to your My Disney Experience app, but they went on sale early. They cleaned out almost instantly. There's, as of right now, it's just the basic colors, the blue, the black, and the red. They have to be charged. They will have all of the functionality, obviously, of other Magic Bands, but then they're going to have some interactive features. There's a bounty hunter quest, and then Disney announced today that you'll be able to interact with the statues in like a scavenger hunt for Tinkerbell.
I love that. I love the fact that they're going to use the Fab 50 statues, you know? So no, you could still use your Magic Band 2.0s, no problem. Still gets you access to the park. The only thing that you won't get vibrations, you won't get LEDs, and the interactivity will not be there. So and they seem to be affordable. When the ones that went on at World of Disney were only $29.99. I don't know if the design ones will be more or less, but
and with the designs are going to the price point of course without any DVC or annual pass discounts are going to be $39.99, and we'll have all kinds of designs. The 2.0 is not being phased out, but like you said, all of the haptics and the interactive stuff is not going to be there. Disney's also going to try to integrate with the nighttime spectaculars with the Magic Bands to kind of have them set off in the middle of Enchantment.
Please, that's a thing. I was begging for that to be a thing. That's a thing. You just made my night. You just made my May 4th. Thank you.
So there's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening with those Magic Band Plus. I speculated even before Disney announced, I said, I thought it was going to be like Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom, but there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to go with those Magic Band Plus in terms of park interactivity. Those two games are just, in my opinion, this isn't confirmed. I think that's just the first two offerings that they're going to have. I think you're going to see something over in Animal Kingdom. You're likely going to see something over in Epcot. So Disney is definitely going to be using this technology to make the parks more interactive.
Yeah, I like that they're stepping it up and utilizing things that are tech right now that are maybe not the most advanced, but is easily can extend the magic and do a little bit more. So,
could I tell you something?
Yeah,
really,
what's up? Yeah,
I just want to pay you a compliment right now.
Yeah, what's going on?
This new camera, you look marvelous, dude.
Thank you, dude. I was sweating bullets in this thing earlier, and I had to kind of take off some of the Waal Karken layers. But Waal Karken is back. Smuggling as always. Typically we do things for Hondo. Got to make those credits. So anyway, over here, this is an Imperial probe droid from the First Order that crashes. You want to see where it is? Well, too bad. I'm taking you anyway. So we're going over here. It's going to be right after Mubo's Droid Depot, where these are the droids you're looking for. Good tagline.
All right, ready? Do your best. I want a probe droid impersonation. Ready?
No, I don't have one. I don't have a good one.
Everyone saying that.
Oh, that's really good, dude.
Everyone saying that. Everyone saying. I
Well,
didn't hit it too hard. I think it had a self-destruct.
There it is. There it is, the Imperial, well, not Imperial, the First Order probe droid that they sent down. It's so cool that all the tech that gets reused, you know? And then, of course, if you didn't know that a Gonk droid, oh, wow, it is very people-y today with the lightsaber meetup. But the Gonk droid over here charges through his little feetsies, which is interesting fun fact about Return of the Jedi. The droids can't feel pain, but they are programmed to feel pain in Jabba's palace. Hence why little Gonk droid gets his little feeties programmed to feel pain. Whoa. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
How rude.
Clearly, I've upset them. I brought up some trauma. I apologize. R2, I'm out of here. R2, R5s, all over the place. I got my favorite droid smith preloaded in our Roadcaster for tonight's show too. You ready? Please.
The one and only Babu Frick.
Dude, I love. Do you know the Halcyon? The owner of the Halcyon, the one that created the Halcyon, was the exact same species as Babu Frick.
He is.
So there they have this awesome muggy. I like the bantha. Do you like the bantha or do you like the?
I like the seesaw better. My preference.
Yeah, I hear you. They're awesome though. I love that they added that cup. So that's just came out today. You can get your regular non-alcoholic blue or green milk in that. You cannot get the alcoholic in there. Nothing new in the First Order world. This is Docking Bay 9, not to be confused with Docking Bay 7. And that is our Thai echelon. Gorgeous. Great backdrop. Tons of people for May the 4th. Lots and lots and lots of picture taking. Content creators. Awesome cosplay. Wow, that is like straight up Cal Kestis. Dude, you look so good. Like, that's so sick. Like,
Dude, we gotta get Cal. Go get.
No, I'm not going over there. Get real, bro. I'm not that kind of guy to be like, yo, dude, you look so good, and then just like jam on him and like put him on a camera. That's not my style. But we got to peek at him. You got to peek at him.
All I wanted to say to him was
impressive.
That's it.
No. First of all, he can't hear you, so stop. It's in my headphones, bro. What am I gonna give him my headphones?
Yeah, that would have been awesome. Be like, here, let's share some earwax.
Hey, what Fab 5 character does this look like? Do 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 do. Do you see eyes? Do you see a bill? Do you see perhaps a hat with a flag? Anybody see it? It's Steven's right. Ding 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 ding. Michelle and Steven got it right with a Donald Duck. Nice job, Riley and Janice. So, yeah, there we go. Wah, wah. Donald Duck. There's also one on the backside as well. Holy cow.
So many people.
This is very people-y. So if you don't know me very well, this is totally not my scene. But how can you not come here and fire off your lightsaber when so many people are hanging? I mean, this is insane. How many?
It needs to be darker
though.
though.
Spot.
They said 8:30.
8:30. So like we're almost there. We're almost there. You know, we still got some time. I can't even. I was gonna show you the hidden Millennium Falcon or the TIE Fighter bolt that are on the side over here. There's the hidden Millennium Falcon is underneath the cockpit. And the TIE Fighter bolt is right on that control panel right there. But there's a billion people here, so we're going to exit stage left. Okay, never mind. Oh. The amount of just people dressed up and enjoying Star Wars is so cool to me. I love this. Our beloved Docking Bay 7, the best place to eat here on Batuu, hands down. Love it. But let's get into some Doc Ondar's history real quick. I got to find a little spot. We don't need to wait in this line. We're going to walk right inside because if you're just looking and not purchasing, you don't need to wait in this line. And this line's actually for legacy lightsabers only. So,
hey, Jules.
What's up?
I was just saying hi to Jules. She said the picture is so much better on here.
Okay. Roger.
Well, we can shoot in full HD over on YouTube. Versus we're just kind of beholden to whatever TikTok uses. So,
yes, correct. All right, so I'm going to give me 1 second. I got to pull out a comic real quick, and then I'm going to teach you a little bit of history about Doc Ondar's, and then we'll go inside together. Mark, talk to the people, do what you do. Let me go grab this.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us here on the Rad Tea Party. The Rad Hatter, Kirk himself, is pulling out some stuff in order to enable hacks, snacks, and fun facts mode. Every single Wednesday, we're live here on YouTube. If it's your first time joining us here at the Rad Tea Party, make sure you're smashing the subscribe button, clicking the bell so that you get notified when Kirk goes live here on YouTube. And of course, you can catch him over on TikTok where he's live streaming Monday and Wednesdays from park open to park close. And he is talking everything parks. He has Carpe Diem Day. And of course, if you love your finest clothing, Disney-based clothing, you can go to walruscarp.com. His clothing is unique. It's amazing. we're doing it all here at Walrus Carp. Shout out to the Pocket fam who make it their priority to hang out and spend time together. What an incredible community. I love being Uncle Mark and sitting here backstage and helping the Rad Tea Party happen. I pour the tea and Kirk dishes it out. Hope you guys are having a wonderful time. But again, make sure you're smashing that subscribe button. If it is your first tea party, thank you so much for joining us. And I'm going to throw it back to the one and only Rad Hatter, Kirk himself. Kirk.
Well, you know, what does any self-respecting Star Wars fan do on May the 4th? You bring comic books out, which guess what? These comic books, which is a collection of, it's either 5 or 6 issues, is actual canon, and it tells the story of Galaxy's Edge. And look who's on the front. Not just Chewie, but the one and only Han Solo. Over here, Jedi Priestess. This is Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. And here is the Black Spire, for which Blackspire Outpost is named. But what do I want to show you? Well, I want to go into Doc Ondar's. But before then, realize that Han and Chewie worked for that Ithorian Doc Ondar, who wanted desperately for them to go to Evorkia Prime to go and capture a Sarlacc. And you go, dude, how do you capture a Sarlacc? They have them on Tatooine. They're giant, huge things. There's no way you can. How do you capture one? Well, you'd be right that Sarlaccs typically implant themselves when they are mature. But did you know that Sarlaccs, when they are juveniles, can actually run around? Which this blew my mind when I saw, for the first time in forever, a baby Sarlacc running, jumping, screaming, hauling, zapping. What's getting zapped by Han. And, you know, if you remember from A Force Awakens, Han and Chewie are running Rathtars to King Prana for his zoo. And things don't go so well. But here we go, getting after Sarlaccs that actually do move, groove, run. And eventually, they capture Set Sarlacc, and they put him inside of Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. That is Doc Ondar. He's an Ithorian. You might remember him from the book of Boba Fett, The Species. That was the mayor. And there is the little baby Sarlacc. So we're going to go, let's go find that Sarlacc.
And we've got a little piece of Star Wars trivia for the chat. What director played the voice of the Ithorian Mokshais in the book of Boba Fett? Let us know in a comment. We're going to put your knowledge to the test here on the Rad Tea Party tonight.
I don't know. So I'm waiting to hear too.
That's why you keep me around, dude.
Well, dude, hey, listen, you had the professionalism, and I had I don't know what I do.
You add a special panache to the show.
Yeah.
Only you can do.
That's a nice way of saying we spice it up and try not to break too many things. So, all right, let's go into Doc Ondar's. I'm going to show you some of the lightsabers and whatnot, as well as some of the new merch for today. We'll look at that baby Sarlacc. Here's Savi's down here, which is actually a garage that they salvage everything, and they also piece together if you ever wanted to build a lightsaber right there. But let's go right on into Doc's, and then we'll finish up with a little lightsaber. I'll ignite this Darth Maul Shadow Collective / Ventress, Asajj Ventress saber that I got last night. In front of us, this is, you might remember, Senator Palpatine had this exact mural on his wall, which is from way, way back. I don't know how many BBY before the Battle of Yavin, but super, super far back. That Priestess, Jedi Priestess, 1999, right here. Another thing that is new, I'll show you the Sarlacc while we're over on this side, is this really cool Imperial Mug.
There it is.
There you go.
You got it. Robert Rodriguez, the executive producer and director of the series, voiced the Mayor Mokshais.
So, Sarlacc. So this is a little juvenile. So if this thing seriously broke out of this glass, it's running around this place. Look at its little leggies. But captured by, now you know, when you come here, you go, do you know Han Solo and Chewbacca caught them for Doc Honor? Do you mind if I just skirt by you real quick? I'm so sorry. Thank you. There he is. Yeah, Doc runs this place. He pretty much has his hands in everything. Works a lot with Hondo and Chewie, of course. There's tons of stuff in here, like the Mandalorian's helmet, as well as his rifle. There's also a skull mask very similar to Grievous, Mandalore. All right. Ooh.
No
You have an
separations.
You have an IG droid. So remember we had talked about a couple of different IG droids. Well, we have a security droid up here who looks like he's lounging. So he's not really helping anybody. But all right, we're gonna skirt around the lightsabers. So this is where if you want to like hold them, look at them, all that kind of thing. And we want to look at right here. This is new. This Imperial Galactic Empire cup, which has a ridiculous security tag, or like maybe it's terms and services. Like, you know, I guess if you drink out of this, oh, it's only 16 ounces. I was trying to figure out what the size was. $27.99, but it is very, very cool. I like the grip on it. Lemuel bought one of those today, and I don't blame him. It's very, very cool.
Kirk, Brian just said that the Ark of the Covenant is upstairs.
So I always thought the Ark of the Covenant was, oh, is it right here? Because the Ark of the Covenant's one other spot. It's in Jock Lindsay's hangar bar is the Ark of the Covenant. I don't know if I'm looking in the right area, Brian. Direct me if I'm not. I'm guessing it's that because that's the only large enough trunk.
That's it.
But,
that's it.
So let's go with it. There's also, you can see a Jedi holocron, right? Is it holocrons for both of them? Or is it only Sith have holocrons? Help me out here. These things. Oh, look, they sold out of all of them today. Wow. Okay. Looks like they need a restock. They still have some kyber crystals in red. They have only blue and purple left over there. So, yeah. Oh, there's green and yellow. Never mind. I stand corrected. They have all the colors except for white. All right. Let's mosey on out. It's getting nice and dark now, right? I was going to go to it.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, right? Well, you know what we'll finish with? We'll finish with taking a good look at everybody down there. That'll be our close shot. But I do want to just showcase off this lightsaber because it's new to me, and I'm still having a lot of fun with it. I don't really know a lot about the lightsabers, so it's enjoyable for me to just learn with y'all on the live. Let me see if I can find myself a little nook.
Brian said that wasn't it. You can just see the corner of it. So
okay.
What we thought was it is definitely not it.
Not it. 1, 2, 3, not it.
Not it.
Yeah. Well, that's okay, man. We did our best. We did our best, Brian. All right. I'm going to flip this around. Give me 2 seconds.
I need a Ronto wrap right now. Stat.
I know, dude. So I didn't have a traditional dinner yet, and I was saving a Ronto wrap for today, and I desperately need a Ronto wrap in my life. Now, Ronto Roasters does close here, and then you're kind of stuck getting a Ronto wrap over at Docking Bay 7, which is fine. You just have to be prepared for that. All right, let me move this a little bit further away and a little bit up. And there we go. So Pocket Fam was amazing enough to gift me my very first lightsaber, and I love them dearly for it because I love it. Asajj Ventress, my favorite of all time Force user. How about you? What's your favorite of all time Force user, Mr. Mark?
It would have to be Ahsoka Tano. Here's a little bit of a hot take. I'm falling in love with Ahsoka Tano more than I am Luke Skywalker, who I grew up with.
Well, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
I just feel like we saw Ahsoka grow up throughout the course of the Clone Wars.
We did.
And I'm gonna go on record and say I think the last 4 episodes of the Clone Wars series is some of the best Star Wars that's ever been made.
Yeah, and that's where it takes me to having to download the Dark Disciple, which was supposed to be the next season of the Clone Wars, which followed Asajj Ventress. But it is on Audible, so you can get basically what the screenplay was going to be in a audiobook form. So it's awesome, and I wish that series continued because it's just so tremendous.
Jackie, I'm going to tell you this right now. So the first season of Clone Wars is a little bit rough, and they didn't really know what the show was going to be yet. It was like, is this a kid's show? Is it going to be for adults? It took them a while to really get into the rhythm of what the show was going to be. But by the end of the second season of the Clone Wars, it's some of the best stuff you're ever going to get. So good.
So yeah, this is a thing. So, all right. Before we jump into the fray, lightsaber time. Shadow Collective. What I love about this saber is the kyber crystal is visible from this vent. So when I fire it off, and it has no D-ring, it just has that one connector that you can wear on your belt. But then you can also connect multiples on here. But you can see the actual kyber crystal. So the Darth Maul one, the kyber crystal had been bled from gold to red. They can be purified, but this one has not. And I have this insanely large 36-inch blade. All right. But what I just love is that little feature to be able to see the kyber crystal inside is just really, really neat.
And deals in absolutes, Kirk.
Well, if you didn't know about Waal Karken, huge fan of all things dark side. You know, because I play a good guy in real life. Why can't I be a bad guy in Fantasyland?
The villains are always more fun to play on stage. I will tell you that. I always want to play a villain in a show. I always want to be the bad guy. It's way more fun than playing straight.
Oh, yeah, 100%. All right, so why don't we go walk around with everybody? Because it's crazy here. And we might as well light up a lightsaber and hang out with the rest of the crew. Maybe get some pictures. Honestly, today's probably not a good day for pictures, just saying. Good for, like, camaraderie pictures of, like, a billion people. But not a good day if you want to get some really nice solo shots. Holy cow, this lightsaber is ridiculous. Look at this thing. 36 inches. I recommend the 31-inch for most people. Now, I'm pretty tall, but this thing is really sizable up on me. All right, well, let's go. Bum, 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 bum. Why not, right? Join the crew. Oh, my gosh. Are you seeing this, dude? What? This is ridiculous. Whole asteroids, bro. What in the stars is going on in here? Dude. Holy cow. I see a Darksaber in here. This is insane. You gotta clear a path. Yeah, good luck with that. He's got a Darksaber over there. What? Holy cow. This is wild. What do you guys think? Yeah, I know. This is a lot of lightsabers. It's so crazy because, like, if you just saw all these people together, you'd be like, okay, it's crowded. But the fact that you can now identify each individual person from the crowd because of the sheer amount of, like, dude, it's like, I feel like I'm in, like, a Christmas display. JoJo Crichton doing his thing. Big YouTuber. I mean, this is bonkers how crazy it is. And I don't know what everybody's waiting for, but there is a lot of people waiting for something. Or everybody's just hanging. All right, I kind of want to go by the Falcon real quick. We're going to attempt to get to the Falcon. It's going to be crazy, but we're going to go for it. The other thing that's so unique is you get such a combination of people who have built lightsabers, people who have purchased legacy ones here, people who have all the third-party ones, and you can tell the quality. I mean, some of these lightsabers, $8,000-$9,000+ lightsabers. You know, I mean, look at this. Like those lightsabers are probably fancy. All right. Bum, 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 bum. We had the Outpost mix earlier from Kat Saka's kettle. I'll be BRB. I'll be right back. Are you guys hanging here? All right, I'll find you. That was Lemuel and a bunch of other folks. Yeah, I'll be back. Give me 1 second. It was too late to get on camera. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. It's like awesome. Everybody's just walking around with lightsabers. We're all a bunch of crazy people. I'm guessing that this and the Thai Echelon will be the craziest areas with the most amount of people and the most amount of sabers. Although back there, my goodness, there was a lot. And they do a good job, the cast members, of keeping like a path clear. Oh, you're fine. You know, because there's just so many people here. I feel like this is not as much, or maybe it's just spaced out a little better. But I feel like this is as good of a spot as any, Mark, to kind of do a closeout. What do you think? Gorgeous. Oh, no problem. You got it. It's all good, man. Some of these, I saw an amazing Cad Bane. I mean, it's just so cool. The amount of people that are here who all just love the same stories and have amazing characters and cosplay and just, yeah, it's unreal. It's unreal. So much fun. I didn't do any of the magic shots. Ridiculous. You saw all those people. Those are like the lines for the magic shots. They're insane today, especially with like the craziness of now it's dark. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up, Mark. My name is Kirk from walruscarp.com, giving you the latest hacks, snacks, and fun facts around Walt Disney World. But we also do theme park clothing, so please check us out. We also have a Discord. Just go to walruscarp.com/links. You can join that and have the conversation continue further on. We also have live YouTube shows and premieres every week, 2 to 4 shows a week, basically, and we go live every single day, which is awesome, minus Saturday and Sunday. Come to the parks, hang out with us on Mondays and Wednesdays. And Mark, that's all I got, except for May the 4th be with you.
Always.